Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be running a lab where we're going to be investigating and exploring small and large velocity changes. As we explore this, we're going to be looking to answer our focus question: what causes some velocity changes to be greater than others? Or in other words, what causes some of those changes in motion we have seen to be larger or smaller than others? Why do some things speed up more or slow down more? Why do things start moving versus stop moving, and so on? To do that, to answer that focus question, okay, we will be using some spring launchers to exert some different forces on some jar lids as we look to change their velocity along a meter stick. So that will be our lab materials for today. So as we're looking to figure out what causes some velocity changes to be greater than others, we are going to be using each of the different spring launchers that will have three different marks to show how much force that is being exerted, whether it's force 1, 2, or 3, as we see here in the picture. We can set the launcher at each of the different levels of force to see what happens when we exert the force on an object. Okay. Now, as we're looking to explore these velocity changes and why some are greater than others, we're going to start by laying a meter stick on the floor, or in our case, on the table, as you see here. We're going to place two jar lids on the table, one of them each on each side of the meter stick. So you'll notice this girl has it on this side, this guy has it on that side. We're going to have two people with the spring launchers on each side of the meter stick ready to hit the jars. So you'll notice she's got a spring launcher ready to hit, and so does he. So each partner, whether it's partner A and B, will hit the jar lid at the same time. So notice they'll have different amounts of force, but they'll be hitting them at the same time. Okay? And they're going to continue to hit it at the same time until one lid reaches the other end of the meter stick. Okay? This isn't a race. We're not trying to see who does it fastest. Okay? We're trying to see who gets there first. So we'll hit it. And then if for some reason they stop, we'll continue to hit it. So if it does stop before the end of the meter stick, each person will continue to hit the lids with that same force that they had. So partner A has force 2, partner B has force 3, and they'll hit it at the same time. If it stops, they'll hit it at the same time until one reaches the end of the meter stick. Now, you'll exert a different force on the jar lids to see how it affects their velocity as it reaches the end of the meter stick. This is going to be key to answering our focus question. Now, as you're doing the lab, you're going to be collecting some data, and you're going to be recording 3 tests with your lids and the launchers within your group, okay? And you're going to need to record who gets to the end of the meter stick first. So there are 3 trials, and each of these trials or tests will have your 2 lids, lid 1, 2, lid 1, 2, lid 1, 2, and then you're going to have your amount of force that you're going to be hitting each lid with right next to it. So lid 1 hit with a force of 3, or that third line, and lid 2 hitting with that force of 2, or that second line. Okay, so you're going to run your test, first one to hit it to the end of the meter stick. Okay, and then you're going to record which lid got there first. Was it lid 1, lid 2, or both? Okay, and you'll do that, but notice you'll have different amounts of force. You'll have the same amount of force as you go through to confirm your data. So, take a second. Do we understand how to test our focus question within the velocity lab? That idea of what causes some velocity changes to be greater than the other. Do we understand what we're doing with our materials? Do you understand how to record your lab results in the data table? How to read the data table? How to record the results? The answer is yes, put it in green. If one of those things is confusing, yellow. If both, red. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, good luck with the lab.